Will mentioned after the game that he didn't think the defense was fully locked into the play calling. Just how much of that did you see, and what do you think that can do to get better?
I saw a little bit of it. I think that just getting better. I think it's more of a focus thing that we got to pay attention during the week, maybe in meetings, maybe at practice, during the walkthrough, before the game. I think that plays a part in all of it.
All the way to the back here.
Hi, back here. So, how much of a challenge is it at this point of the season to know you guys want to finish out the right way, but obviously some things that you guys wanted down the line are not there anymore?
I think it's a challenge, but at the same time, I think we still got a lot to play for. We got to play for the name on the back of our jersey. We got to play for the A on the front of it, and we got to play for everybody that's beside us. Because I'm gonna come in every single day and work, just like I'm going to play for a national championship next Saturday, and that's what I expect everybody else to do.
Other questions, Byron? Start left side, Michael.
There were a couple of times you guys took the lead in the fourth quarter, and you guys had a chance to make a stop on defense, and they scored. What's that mindset in that moment when you can, one defensive stop can put away a game?
I think the mindset is just, like you said, just to put away the game. And I think it was a lot of mistakes that we made that maybe let them extend drives, whether it was mental errors, whether it was people just not being lined up in the right place, people not getting the call. Sometimes, we had a lot of missed tackles in the game. So just basic fundamental things that we got to correct going forward in the future.
Stay on the left side, Katie.
Byron, Will also said after the game that it's not an effort issue with the defense, but more mental. Just how much is that something that the coaches can help with, and how much is it personal accountability for each guy being mentally tough?
I think it's something that the coaches can help with, but I think ultimately it comes down to each player. I think every single player has to have the want to do things the correct way, and they have to have 100% buy-in. So I think when you talk about the mental side of it, that's something that every player has to look in the mirror every single morning, and they got to make the decision to come in ready to work and do things the correct way.
The right side, Charlie.
Kind of piggybacking off of that, how important is it as an older guy to get the young guys to kind of buy into that same mindset?
It's really important. That's something that I've been trying to do since the beginning of the season, since last year, and we've seen some buy-in, but I think that we got to see even more going forward.
Let's do a couple more questions, Byron. Let's start on the left here, Michael.
After the Tennessee game, Tennessee lost, there was a lot of talk about the leadership bringing people together and having that big moment to refocus. After this loss, how does that response for you guys?
I think it's going to have to be the same thing. I think, you got a lot of people that might be questioning what we're playing for, might be questioning, a lot of different things around why we're still doing what we're doing. But I think at the end of the day, we got to get across to some of the guys that might not understand that. Like I said, we're playing for the people beside us, the name on the back of our jersey, and the A on the front. So we still have a standard that we got to uphold. So, we just got to get it across that we still got something to play for.
Anything else, Byron? Okay, last question, Carrie, all the way in the back.
So my last thing is obviously social media is so hard to ignore, and it's so much a part of our world. How do you as a player personally ignore that, especially after tough losses and at this point of the season with everyone just making all the noise?
I really ignore whether it's good or bad. I don't let anybody get in my head. I don't let anything get under my skin. I'm not really big on social media. I might go on Twitter once a day, Instagram a few times a day just to see what my friends have posted, but reading comments and stuff like that isn't something that I do. Tweeting isn't something that I do. I can't remember the last time I tweeted. So, it's not something that really hinders me one way or the other.